What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Adrian's Awesome Accumulation. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Tiger Girl Garu from Snail Shell. Snail Shell. Almost I said that wrong, but Snail Shell. Yeah. So let's take a look at the box. So here we have the box. You can see her name right there is Garu, and then you have her Chinese name. I'm guessing RPG-04, and then you have a kind of like a silhouette of her in the background right here. So that's pretty neat. And you got like the tiger, fire for like the background and stuff right there. And up here, let me just turn it around like that. You can see there's like a bell design right there and like this gold like foil, so that's pretty awesome looking. And then we got the Snail Shell logo right there, right? And right here we can see it's a 1/12 scale. That's cool. On the bottom here, it just says Garu. On this side, her name in Chinese. On the top side, Garu again, and just like that. In the back here, we have like this black, Chinese name, and right here it says Adventure in Other Worlds. All right, so that's pretty cool. So pretty cool box. All right, so let's get that out of the way, and let's take a look at Garu right here. All right, and this action figure is pretty awesome. I really like it. It's very like photogenic, I guess. It's very photo friendly. As you're gonna see, I took some pictures at the end, and I am super proud because they look really cool. It's like she comes out really good in pictures, and I got her some really cool poses. Can't wait to show you guys. But yeah, just let's take a look at her right here. Let's put her arms down and stuff. And let's take a look at the head right here. As you can see, the eyes came out like this, very nice, like green, like glossy, ness to it. And it's like her eyes just came out like awesome looking. And then you see her faceplate right there. She has like this the paint for like the brown, like tan skin is really awesome. And you can see like it's kind of like tiger stripes right there on her like cheeks. So that's pretty good. Her hair came out awesome. The paint, on the hair, it's nice orange, and it gets to like a little like darker orange right here at the tips. You can see the tiger stripes right there, the bandana right here, and I don't know if, or like right here I kind of scuffed it because I dropped it, but so that's unfortunate. But it still looks pretty good. You see the orange over here comes down to like white, have like these pink little like stripes right here on her hair pieces. On the back, you can see like the braids right there, and then over here how it like kind of like spikes up. Her hair kind of spikes up. So yeah, just the sculpt on her head is like very awesome. Got the tiger ears right there, so pretty good. You got the bell right there, so it's nice gold, and you got like a little choker right there with like some spikes, so that's neat. And then right here on her arm, she got like a little slash right here, like a little X mark, kind of like a scar, I'm guessing. So that looks good. And with the ribbons, just the paint came out great on this action figure right here. You can see her like tiger arms right here with the stripes, and the tiger arms remind me of like Tony the Tiger. It just does, like if it wasn't her and it was just like him, like this arms like belong to him. It's like it's funny, but yeah. All right, so we got that. We got this like ribbon right here, like this rope piece that's like around her body right here. See, around her boobages right there. And then this piece is very soft, so that's good. It's very flexible, so when you need to pose, like it won't restrict her that much. I guess like going forward, it kind of restricts her, but we'll get to that in articulation. Uh, right here we have her tail. This tail is bendy, so that's good. And the tail is not like very tigerish, I don't think. There's no stripes. It's more like kind of like a hybrid between a tiger and a leopard, I'm guessing. But yeah, anyways, there's that. And the tip of the tail is all black right there. We got the booty right there. It looks nice, very nicely sculpted. And we have her like stockings, like shrine maiden, like kind of stockings right here with the red ribbons and little red like stitches right there that go around the thighs. And then you can see like it's like this white, but it has like that like tan, like kind of see through. Like you can see her like skin color of her legs coming through. So that's pretty awesome. Her feet right there. You got this little like tie right here, which is also soft. And then just the details on the toes. I mean, the nails are painted black. Even the bottom of the feet right there, so you can see like the sculpted the toes and how like they're round and stuff. Just very detailed overall. They really went all out. And then the red right here on her like shirt type thing. It has some shading right there on the black, and then the tiger stripes right here. On the side boobage right here, and her side skin. Like there's no marks on her, like no tiger marks. It just except for like these scars. So right here on the back, as you can see. It would have been cool if they had like the tiger stripes, so you know, like right here on her skin sometimes, like just to like make her more tigerish. But you know, it's only on her like only on her cheeks. But other than that, yeah, great looking figure. It's a really like cool art piece, you know, really cool anime art piece. You know, I say like Mythic Legions are art pieces. This is also an art piece right here, like a very cool anime type figure art piece. All right, so let's get into articulation. So let's go for the head. So the head looks up that high, down that low. So not that much low and stuff, but like high, it's pretty decent amount. You can get her looking off to the side, right? And I'm pretty sure it goes all the way around. Yes, it does. And her head does tilt, as you guys can see right there. So that's pretty good. And then her arms come up to not a T pose, but a Y pose. So that's good. And we got a single bend right here for the tiger arms. So that's, you know, it's not double bend, but since like her arms are different, drastically different from like human arms, like it's good, and it's like it gives you enough range. I mean, look at that, it's pretty good, right? And then for the wrists right here, you just peg them in, and they kind of like, you can kind of like twist them and then like make them go whichever way you want. So that's pretty good. And then she does, I didn't know this when I first got her, but she does rotate right here, like it's hidden behind this little like red scarf, but you can rotate that. So right there, that's pretty good. And then of course her arm does go all the way around, and then like I said, you can have her going forward, but it does, the rope kind of does, like this little ribbon piece right here does like hinder it a little bit, but not that much, you know. I mean, you could still get her some in some cool poses. All right, so those are her arms. All right, so basically where she's gonna have the most restriction is like up the upper torso right here. So she can kind of tilt right there, as you guys can see, not that much. And then she can go back, not that much, and forward, not that much. So she is kind of limited right here in the like chest area and stuff. She can rotate a little bit, so that's good. All right, she can rotate, but you know, I was still, even though it is kind of like limited, I was still able to get her in some like cool poses. So there's that. Yeah, so like, yeah, you can rotate. So the rotation is pretty good. Just the back and the forward and the tilting, not that great. All right, so let's go to legs. Legs. So like, I don't know if it has a drop down or something. Like if you just like finesse with it a little bit, you can get her legs. You know, her legs are not gonna go that far forward. All right, because just like the sculpt, the booty is just like they went for, you know, the look more than the articulation right here. But yeah, her legs don't come up that far, but like you can get them going like that, right? So they'll go off to the side. Bam. You can kind of get her to go doing the splits like that. Let's see, doing the splits normal, like so. So kind of wide, not that much. And then back, you know, not that much. Again, if you like twist it, you twist it forward, you can get her kind of doing like splits like that, kind of. All right, so there's that. And she does have, you know, rotation right here at the thighs, so that's good. And then she does have a double bend right here at the knee. All right, and her foot can move that far forward, that far back, and then she does have an ankle rocker, you guys can see right there. So that's good and stuff. So that is pretty much the articulation, I think. Oh, the tail. Let's see. Let's take a look at the tail. So the tail does come like on peg. You just peg it into like this hole right here in their back, and then you can like twist that around, and then the tail is bendy, so you can articulate that any which way you want. So that's good. All right, so that is the articulation, and now I'll show you her accessories. All right. All right, you guys, here we're back with Garu's accessories. So she does come with the stand, so that's pretty neat. And then she has these like pegs, and these are for her hands right there. So in case you break them or lose them, you have 2 extra ones, so that's good. All right, so we have two kind of like tiger fist hands right there. You guys can see, and they're really nicely painted. As you guys can see right there, the white, how it just like transitions to the orange right there, the black for her paws right there. You got some stripes right here for like on the orange right here for the tiger stripes. So yeah, pretty cool looking, nice feel, very smooth paint, you know. And this is how like the inside looks right there. So like you just peg it in, and then you can like move it any which way you want. So you got two of those, two fist hands. We got two grabbing hands right here, as you can see right there. So nicely painted as well. We got the nails right there and stuff. And as you can see, you can grab like accessories with this. So that's pretty good. And then for accessories, we got this bone piece right here, which is like a very nice piece right there. It comes with like this meat. As you can see, those like cut up, and you have like the inner part, like the meat color right there, with like, you know, just like the bones and stuff like that. So that's pretty good. And you can take this part off if you want. So if you just want the bone piece right there, and you know, maybe just like whacking somebody with a bone. But you got that, and you got like this bite mark right here, so you can make it look like she's like biting or eating right there. So that's pretty cool. And we do got, you know, another faceplate. So we got this angry like faceplate right here, where she's kind of like roaring and stuff like that. You can see like the glossiness in her eyes right there, and then I guess the tiger stripes right here on her face. And the eyes are movable like always. You got like the moving tool. See, you can just put it in like so, and then just move the eyes right there. See, now she's like looking off to like the lower right side right there. So that's good. And then we got the faceplate that I have on her right here, right, where she's just like looking at you, and it's just like kind of like a neutral expression right there, kind of like just like kind of serious, like, you know, what's up, you know. But yeah, so we got that face, and then we got this like fish, you know, piece that she was eating right there. And you can see like little X marks right here on the bones and stuff, so that's nicely detailed right there. You know, it kind of reminds me of like those early like Dragon Ball like episodes where Goku would catch a fish and then eat it, right? So yeah, just like that. You got the X on the fish eye, so see it's dead. You got the little teeth right there, you know, like nice markings and stuff. The sculpt is really nice on this. This piece does come off and stuff. I don't know why, or I guess if you just want her like eating like a tail piece or something. I don't know, but she can grab it from right here, and then, you know, it doubles as like a little accessory that she's eating, or like a sword, you know. So that's pretty cool. So we got that piece, and we got this little piece right here that can just like switch out for this, right? If you want to like take off the tail and just have her hanging or something like that, just peg it into the back. All right, you guys. So that is all the accessories. And stick with me, and I'll show you a few poses. Pose 1, Curious Tiger Girl. Pose 2, Changing Direction. Pose 3, Pounce. Pose 4, My Food. Pose 5, I Said My Food. Alright, you guys, there's Tiger Girl Garu from Snail Shell, done and complete. I really like this action figure. It was really cool. You know, if you guys like a really cool anime, you know, like action figure type of character, I recommend it. She's really cool. She is, you know, like kind of restricting in some places, but like if you know, like if you move it around certain ways, you know, and like do it, you can get some really cool poses. And if you don't mind, you know, like the overall sexiness of the figure, I recommend it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys like this video, please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. God bless, and bye.